Archer. He's got another one. He's knocked leg stump out of the ground. Abbott steps across to try to help the ball over fine leg. And instead he helps Archer put one in the wicket column. That was not a shot with a lot of clues about it. Abbott just getting desperate, trying to do something, get the ball away. And England celebrates another wicket. It was full. It even hit the stumps on the full. Knocked leg stump out of the ground. Abbott walks off with 4 to his name.
Yeah, Jofra Archer seeing Abbott move across outside the off stump, and immediately as a bowler you just think hit the stumps. It doesn't matter what line, doesn't matter, well it matters the line clearly, because if you don't bowl it out,
doesn't matter if it's off, middle or length.
The length, I mean, yes. It doesn't matter about the length. Your eyes light up and you just think hit the stumps, and Jofra Archer's done just that. Hit Midland leg halfway up. It's another wicket for England, and now Australia just risking subsiding here to something that is going to be a long way below what they'd have anticipated at the halfway stage.
How many since the power play, Andy?
So they were 86 off the power play, so they've doubled that.
Archer up, and he's got another one! Gone straight through! And Jofra Archer is on fire. He's hit the wickets, that's all he needs to do. Bowl full, bowl straight, Bartlett's gone. And Australia in some trouble now, 172 for 8.
Yeah, perfect from Archer. It hits off stump right at the base. His eyes are still and steady as he comes in. It's too quick for Bartlett. He's flailing around, trying to whip it across the line. It goes under his bat. Jofra Archer punches the air, and for the second time this evening, we've got a hat-trick opportunity for an England bowler.
Andy?
Yes, 86 for 1 off the power play, 86 for 7 off the 12 overs. Since then, as the dulcet sound of the Hampshire duck floats across the ether. England's spinners did a tremendous job. 71 from the 10 overs they bowled at 7.1 per over. The seamers managed to bring their economy rate down on a 12 and over. There's 2 good overs now from Curran and Archer. This ground generally, seamers have been more economical than spinners in the T20 international cricket played here, albeit sporadically, but a good day for the spinners today.
Well, poor old Xavier Bartlett is playing his 6th game for Australia. He's never batted before, and his first trip to the crease is a first bowler jeered off the ground by a recorded duck.
You'd want an easier welcome, wouldn't you?
Saqib Mahmood. He's bowled Cameron Green. That's 3 in a row. It's a team hat-trick. It's not quite a hat-trick for any one player, but Archer gets 2 from 2 to end his over, and Saqib Mahmood, he gets his second for the night. He's got 2 for 20, and Australia probably will be bowled out here from the power play position they were in. This is extraordinary. England have hauled it back dramatically now, 172 for 9. Green, all the hope was resting on him to try to make the best of that incredible Australian start, and instead he misses a Yorker. That's very Saqib Mahmood. Yorker, middle stump. That's the kind of delivery England want to see in bowling. And Green came across the line of it. 13 off 16 balls. Not what you want from your big hitting number 7.
No, he was stifled somewhat by the England bowling, and now they're mopping up the tail. It's been perfect, actually. Archer, Mahmood and Curran finishing this innings really nicely for England, and from a position of doom, Andy might be able to help us out, but so what were they after 10 overs, Andy?
After 10 overs, they're 118 for 2.
So that means they've scored 56? No, 54?
54, very
54,
good.
Almost, yeah, almost. Almost. That's Parmiter's school education, not anything higher. Although I did get an honorary degree yesterday, so I am now a doctor. I'm a doctor, yeah.
Wow.
Dr. Stephen Finn, you're in the presence
from which august institution?
University of Hertfordshire. With a tooth. I'll get you to have a look at that afterwards. Saqib looking to finish things off. Bowls to Josh Hazlewood, who's prodding at the ball. Doesn't make any contact, but he doesn't get out either. 172 for 9.
So Jofra Archer on a hat-trick. Only one player has ever got a hat-trick for England against Australia in limited over cricket.
He's sitting next to me.
He is. Do you want to talk us through that sensational performance?
Well, it was magnificent bowling to your field, actually. So I think you'll find you have to place the fielders where you're willing to get hit.
Yep.
quite a long way away on
deep
that
third, long off and mid on, yeah.
Mitchell Johnson, the third. Mm-hmm. Yep. There we go. Saqib in and bowls a slower ball full, and Hazelwood's equal to it, defending. There's no run. Who would have thought after 35 balls of this innings, Australia had 86 on the board and hadn't lost a wicket? Who would have thought we'd be seeing Josh Hazelwood bat with Adam Zampa at some point later this evening? That's what's happening right now. Zampa at the non-striker's end. The tall Hazelwood, a left-hander, even though he's a right-arm bowler. He's facing up to Saqib Mahmood, right arm over the wicket. Tries an uppercut, Hazelwood. Does love the cut shot. He gets out a bit, trying to play that little fiddly uppercut. Oh, here we go, seeing a picture of Stephen Finn. They have to order in an extra long robe.
They did actually, yeah.
I bet they did. Extra long diploma as well. Which August Educational Institution?
The University of Hertfordshire. It's well renowned for its
cows.
Cows and
no, it's Hereford, isn't it?
And their sports science department, one of the finest in the country, of which I now have a doctorate.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Saqib bowls to Hazelwood, who backs away and carves him out through cover for a run. So this last wicket partnership gets going. They've got 7 balls remaining to face. 173 for 9 is the score.
Here, if you're Jofra Archer, you really want your team to wrap up this innings, but also just survive this ball, please, someone, so I can have a hat-trick opportunity at number 10 or 11.
Just bowl a dot ball, please.
Yeah, dot ball would suit everyone here.
Fine.
Be a plot twist if he bowls Curran the other end.
Rail Dravid with Sachin declaring 194. Here we go. It is a dot ball outside the off stump, and Zampa plays ball. He defends it to cover. If you wanted to annoy England and you were Zampa, you'd consider getting out to that one, wouldn't you? But the strains of Toto's Africa play around the ground as England, with 19 overs gone, somehow found themselves in a good position here. 173 for 9. So what happens with an honorary doctorate? I've never been familiar. Do you put it on your wall? What do you get to do with it?
Well, I had to make a speech.
Okay. Is it in recognition of a body of work?
Well, not the one. An 18-year body of work in professional cricket. Yeah.
So basically,
my citation was quite funny. My citation was funny. I think the chap who wrote it, ChatGPT, it was very similar to a couple of. Let's let Jofra Archer have his moment.
This is rather more important.
Yes.
So Archer coming in on a hat-trick, bowling to Hazelwood, and he doesn't get the hat-trick. They very rarely do. Somebody crunched the numbers at one point on how many hat-trick opportunities were unconverted in international cricket. I can't remember who wrote the piece, Andy, but it'd be right up your alley. And it is a vanishingly small number of 2 in 2 become 3 in 3. And only, I think, 2 or 3 of those in international cricket have become 4 in 4. There's the Curtis Camp for one, and Lasith Malinga did it once or twice. That's about all I can think of. So, very rare to take a professional hat-trick. Archer has Adam Zampa in his sights. Right arm over, Zampa backs away, and he carves runs down the ground. That's a nicely struck ball. It bounces over the rope at long off. And Adam Zampa can say that he's smacked Jofra Archer over mid-off at least once in his career. 178 for 9 now the score.
Yeah, nice piece of timing by Zampa. Actually, all his weight was going towards the leg side, maybe anticipating a short ball from Jofra Archer, as you sometimes would do if you were a tail ender, as Adam Zampa is, but manages to whip his hands through the line of it and holds the pose and enjoys watching the ball sail over Jofra Archer's head. This one may not be full.
Archer up to Zampa. It is full. He tempts him to go again, and Zampa does out through the cover, and he wants to come back for the second. He should be run out here. And, well, that's just a symbol of the wastefulness of Australia's night. The third umpire's having a look, and Adam Zampa's already walking off, as is Josh Hazelwood. Hazelwood at the non-strikers end didn't even bother turning around.
Strikers end.
He just kept walking.
Side on angle, please.
So we will get confirmation of this shortly, but again, this farce of going up to the third umpire's box when everybody in the ground can see that it was out, unless somehow Zampa grew a go-go gadget bat well short of the ground
That
there.
was my decision for the big
The
screen.
umpire was partly unsighted by Jamie Overton standing in front of him, so
It's
I
quite
will.
a big frame as well to be blocked by.
I'll give him a pass on this occasion, but more to the point, germane to the moment, is that Australia have been bowled out here in Southampton after being 86, 85, 86 for none with one ball remaining in the power play. They have been bowled out in an extraordinary capitulation, really. Through those middle overs, when everything went wrong, they're all out for 179, meaning England will need to chase 180 to win. So Matt Short made 41 up top, with Travis Head making 59. And then things started to go off the rails for Australia. It was Travis Head who got out first, last ball of the power play. 59 off 23 balls, was flaying it. He was out caught at deep backward square leg. And then Mitchell Marsh was out cheaply for 2. Marcus Stoinis 10. Tim David a first baller. And the wickets kept going from there. So Saqib Mahmood ends up with 2 for 21. Liam Livingstone 3 for 22. Jofra Archer 2 for 31. And Adil Rashid's the one who really started slowing it down with 1 for 23. Sam Curran got a wicket in the end too. 1 for 35. 180 to win. What a peculiar innings, Stephen Finn.
It was quite bizarre, wasn't it? I mean, Travis Head, he plays in this manner where he just doesn't care. If he misses the ball, he doesn't care. He just keeps swinging harder and harder and harder. It's almost as though it's either hit out or get out right at the top of the order. When he does come off, he can be unbelievably dangerous. And he did come off this evening, blazed the ball all over the place. But then, as soon as the wrist spin got involved, Adil Rashid clearly was going to be the key factor for England through those middle overs to try and stifle the run rate. He did a fantastic job, ably supported by Liam Livingstone. That put the brakes on, but the turning point for me was Liam Livingstone's 2 wickets in 2 balls. He got Marcus Stoinis reverse sweep, and then he got Tim David trying a conventional sweep. I think getting rid of those 2 power hitters left at hitters, rather. I'm going to become Cockney just in a couple of seconds. Power hitters.
It happens quickly.
But power hitters in that period, I think, left Australia confused for the rest of the innings, and then they just end up flailing around and dragging themselves to 179, which I feel is probably about par, but it does look like a good track.
We're at the innings break here at the first T20 between England and Australia at Southampton. Jeff Lemon and Stephen Finn. If you want to stick with us, you'll need to be on 5 Live Sports Extra. If you're with Test Match Special there already, that's where you'll stay. And if you're on 5 Live, we'll throw back now to Chappers.
Thank you very much, Jeff.
That's just the 4th time that England have bowled Australia out in a T20 international innings, and only the 2nd time they've taken all 10 Australian wickets for fewer than 100 runs. 10 wickets fell from 86 for naught for a total of 93 runs, and the other occasion was when they bowled Australia out on this ground for 79 in a famous game in 2005 in the build-up to that legendary Ashes series. England made 179 for 8, the first T20 international played in this country. And Australia bowled out for 79 after being 23 for naught when Adam Gilchrist was out. 4 wickets for John Lewis, 3 for Darren Gough, 2 for Paul Collingwood, 1 for Steve Harmison. A dramatic and noisy day here at the Rose Bowl.
Thank you, Zoltz. What a strange old innings we've just seen from Australia with the bats, and really an excellent fight back with the ball through England's spinners. In particular, the 2 and 2 from Liam Livingstone and Jofra Archer and Saqib Mahmood with their team hat-trick, and a real fall away then. So England will be chasing 180 to win the first of these 3 T20 internationals.